Russia has claimed that its forces killed around 1,400 Ukrainian soldiers in a span of just 24 hours, marking one of the most intense escalations in the ongoing war. This figure was released by the Russian Defense Ministry on June 3 and was reported by the state-run TASS agency. The ministry stated that the Ukrainian army lost over 1,430 troops during frontline battles with Russian forces. The claim from Moscow comes even as delegations from both Russia and Ukraine sit across the table in Istanbul, Turkey, negotiating a potential ceasefire. These talks follow what are being called the biggest drone attacks the two countries have launched against each other since the war began in 2022. Breaking down the Russian claims, the Defense Ministry said that Ukraine lost more than 245 troops, 2 tanks, and an armored combat vehicle in the region controlled by Russia's Battle Group North. In the Battle Group West zone, Russia claims over 205 Ukrainian soldiers were killed, with losses including 2 tanks and 3 armored combat vehicles. In the south, over 275 troops and 5 armored vehicles were reportedly neutralized. Meanwhile, in the center, roughly 475 troops and 5 armored vehicles were lost, according to Moscow. Battle Group East reportedly saw the loss of more than 150 troops and 2 armored combat vehicles for Ukraine. Additionally, in the Dnepr sector, Russia claims to have killed over 80 Ukrainian troops and destroyed 4 artillery guns. In response, Ukraine has released its own figures. According to the General Staff of Ukraine's armed forces, nearly 1 million Russian soldiers have died since the beginning of the war in February 2022. The official tally from Kyiv as of June 3 stands at 990,800 Russian troops killed in 3 years of combat. This includes 1,100 Russian casualties reported just in the past 24 hours. Ukraine's General Staff also stated that Russia has lost 10,881 tanks, 22,671 armored fighting vehicles, 50,607 vehicles and fuel tanks, 28,623 artillery systems, 1,402 multiple launch rocket systems, and 1,176 air defense systems. Further losses reported include 384 airplanes, 336 helicopters, nearly 39,000 drones, 28 naval ships and boats, and 1 submarine. While the war continues to extract a high cost on both sides, a glimmer of diplomacy has emerged. Peace talks in Istanbul are underway, with both nations reportedly agreeing on a prisoner swap deal. As part of this initial agreement, Russia and Ukraine will also release the remains of 6,000 soldiers who were killed in combat. These talks follow the largest drone strike seen since the war began, a sign that military pressure may be pushing both sides toward temporary negotiation, even as the battlefield remains fiercely contested. Stay tuned for more updates on this story. Subscribe to the Indian Express.